Now, the Indian hockey team is one win away from a spot in the Paris Olympics. From a shock defeat in their tournament opener to marshalling their wits and getting the campaign back on track, India's city of Ranchi has seen a spirited comeback from the Indian team. They have made it to the semi-final of the FIH Olympic Qualifiers, where it's a higher-ranked opponent waiting to stop them in their tracks. If India manages to push for another win on Thursday, they will successfully qualify for their third straight Olympics in 44 years. The first time they made it to the Olympics since 1980 was in 2016. So this will be the third time, in fact, that they would get here. The journey has only been upwards here on. Is it going to be another historic finish here in Ranchi?
The qualifiers did not start as planned. India were handed a shock defeat by Team USA in their first group game. Grouped with Italy, New Zealand and USA, India had to get their act together and rather rapidly. The host country just about managed to bounce back against New Zealand, which kept their hopes in the qualifiers alive.
बिल्कुल सिर्फ न्यूजीलैंड से ही नहीं है, फर्स्ट मैच से ही था कि हम फर्स्ट मैच जब खेलने आए थे यूएसए के साथ तो पता था कि यूएसए इम्प्रूव कर रहा है, बट अगेन हमारा फोकस खुद पे था और फर्स्ट हाफ शायद हम अच्छा नहीं खेले थे और उसके बाद हमें काफ़ी चांस मिले। अगर शायद वो हम यूटिलाइज करते तो स्कोर कुछ दूसरा रहता, बट उसके बाद हमने यही डिसाइड किया था कि न्यूजीलैंड मैच शायद हमारे इस टूर्नामेंट के सबसे ज़्यादा प्रेशर वाला मैच था, क्योंकि वो मैच जीतना हर हालत में ज़रूरी था। अगर किसी भी तरह वो मैच नहीं जीतते तो शायद हम टूर्नामेंट से बाहर थे। और उस मैच में शायद सबने एज ए टीम अपना काम किया है, कोई भी ऐसा नहीं था कि एक्सट्रीमली गुड है और कोई ये नहीं था कि बहुत डाउन है। तो वही हम डिसाइड करके आए थे कि जो भी है हमें ग्राउंड से बाहर जीत के निकलना है, मैच बुरा खेले अच्छा खेले, और वही हमारा नेक्स्ट इटली के साथ भी वही रहा था और शायद वही माइंडसेट हमारा नेक्स्ट मैचेस में काम आएगा।
The game against Italy was critical, but India were also fortunate to be slotted in post the match between USA and New Zealand. So they could know what they needed to do to cross over to the semi-finals. If New Zealand had won that match, the pressure would have been on India to win and win big, to win on goal difference. They were a little lucky with the result going the other way, which meant they had no pressure playing Italy. And it was a near flawless performance, with Salima Tete, Udita, Navneet Kaur and Deepika scoring the goals. Coach Yannick Schopman, who is not one to show too many emotions, couldn't hold back the joy after the win.
Well, look, this tournament has been a roller coaster so far. You don't want to lose your first game because that's in a pool of four, very close to not making it, and then all the scenarios play through your head. And to be fair, I think we needed to come from far. And I said to Savage just now walking up to the press conference also yesterday before the game, my mind was going 100 miles an hour every way, every scenario. What if? And I also knew we just had to play. And I think that's my focus in that game. And I was really, really happy when we scored 1-0, but then I kind of knew what was going to happen. So I think what we did really well is how we played that second half, especially, and how the girls were all trying to do their own job well and not being too frustrated with whatever was happening, because we did have some issues against Italy. So yeah, I'm just happy that we're here now. We fought hard to be here, and now it starts again. Like, that's how I see it. It starts again. Yeah, we have a new game, we have new opportunities, and we're going to fight for it.
What's definitely going to hold India in good stead going into the all-important knockout match will be their intent in the game against Italy. They were favourites to win, but it was the manner that they executed that was admirable, not letting up on the intensity, adding 2 more goals in the last quarter to close out the match 5-1. Standing in their way in the semi-finals is a tough side, Germany. They are ranked 5th in the world, and India lost to Germany the last time they played at the Five Nations tournament in December 2023.
जर्मनी के जैसे ऑलरेडी कोच ने भी बताया पहले कि वो इंडिविजुअल बहुत अच्छे हैं और काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं पूरी टीम में, बट हमारे लिए यही रहेगा कि हम 1v1 अपना अच्छे से रखें, चाहे वो अटैक में है या डिफेंस में है, और एज ए टीम हमारा ज़्यादा फोकस डिफेंस पे रहेगा और जो अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी उसमें हम एज ए टीम क्या बेस्ट कर सकते हैं, वो हमारी जो स्ट्रेंथ है उस पे खेलेंगे।
Basically, India has 2 shots at a spot in the Olympics. The direct and more tough route is to beat Germany. The more nervy passage would mean beating the loser of the other semi-final between USA and Japan, teams India have lost to in the recent past. But that's something to think of on another day. Next up is Germany and getting on that flight to Paris.